The essential message of America has always been positive and optimistic. This is why Ronald Reagan's City on the Hill analogy works so well. The United States of America has always been about ideas in search of an ideal, and we still are. Each generation can reinvent this country in a new way, drawing on principles from our past that worked and applying them to new technologies and new challenges to move our nation forward. We are faced probably with this administration with more challenges, and we will be faced by even more than we have faced in more than a generation. But I'm not a defeatist. I think this offers opportunity, and that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. Now, this is the story of the ant and the grasshopper. Some of you there are two versions of it. I'm going to give you the older one first. The ant works hard in the withering heat all summer long, building his house and laying up supplies for the winter. The grasshopper thinks the ant is a fool and laughs and dances and plays the summer away. Come winter, the ant is warm and well fed. The grasshopper has no food or shelter, so he dies out in the cold. Moral of the story? Be responsible for yourself. However, there is a modern version to this story. The ant works hard in the withering heat and the rain all summer long, building his house and laying up supplies for the winter. The grasshopper thinks the ant is a fool and laughs and dances and plays the summer away. Come winter, the shivering grasshopper calls a press conference and demands to know why the ant should be allowed to be warm and well fed while he is cold and starving. CBS, NBC, PBS, CNN, ABC, and MSNBC show up to provide pictures of the shivering grasshopper next to a video of the ant in his comfortable home with a table filled with food. America is stunned by the sharp contrast. How can this be that in a country of such wealth, this poor grasshopper is allowed to suffer? Kermit the Frog appears on Oprah with the grasshopper, and everybody cries when they sing "It's Not Easy Being Green." Acorn stages a demonstration in front of the ant's house where the news station films the group singing "We Shall Overcome." Reverend Jeremiah Wright then has the group kneel down to pray to God for the grasshopper's sake. President Obama condemns the ant and blames President Bush, President Reagan, Christopher Columbus, and the Pope for the grasshopper's plight. Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid exclaim in an interview with Larry King that the ant has gotten rich off the back of the grasshopper, and both call for an immediate tax hike on the ant to make him pay his fair share. Finally, the EEOC drafts the Economic Equity and Anti-Grasshopper Act retroactive to the beginning of the summer. The ant is fined for failing to hire a proportionate number of green bugs, and having nothing left to pay his retroactive taxes, his home is confiscated by the government green czar and given to the grasshopper. The story ends as we see the grasshopper and his freeloading friends finishing up the last bits of the ant's food while the government house he is in, which as you recall just happens to be the ant's old house, crumbles around them because the grasshopper doesn't maintain it. The ant has disappeared in the snow, never to be seen again. The grasshopper is found dead in a drug-related incident, and the house, now abandoned, is taken over by a gang of spiders who terrorize the ramshackle, once prosperous and once peaceful neighborhood. The entire nation collapses, bringing the rest of the free world with it.